Okay, now that we have all of our images into our project file, we need to unlock the background image and get rid of it. So to do that, just double click the background image, click OK, and drag that background layer right over that trash can and let go. It should be gone now. Now what we're going to do is move your background image, and in my case it's the cliff, down to the bottom of our layers palette. So you're changing the organization of your layers. We're going to start masking out each one of these layers. The first one we're going to mask out is the FJ. So I'm going to hide all of my other layers, and excuse me, what I'm going to do is use a selection tool. You can use either any of the lasso tools that we learned during our Photoshop practice file class, or the selection tools, the quick selection tool or the magic selection tool. In this case, I'm going to use the magic selection tool, the magic wand tool, and click, it would help if I'm on the correct layer, and click in the white space. Now that actually selects part of my FJ. So what I'm going to do is now go back in and use my quick selection tool to edit the selection. So using the subtract from selection tool, I'm going to zoom in and edit my FJ Cruiser selection. And once I've done that, now that I have my dancing ants, my marquee here, what I'm going to do is add my layer mask. So to do that, at the bottom of your layers palette, just click the layer mask button, which is that rectangle with the circle in the middle. And what it does is it actually masks out what I don't want it to mask. So I'm going to undo that and choose select inverse and reapply a layer mask. So I'm just going to click the layer mask button again, and it should mask out everything that was around my FJ. But there's still a couple things that I need to tweak. So while I'm on the layer mask section of my FJ layer, I'm going to choose the paintbrush tool, the brush tool here, and choose the black paint. And I'm going to up the sides of my brush a little bit. And what I'm going to do is zoom in and mask out the parts that I still don't want. So when you're masking, just go ahead and, get as close as you can, but see how this looks like somebody chewed on it? Switch your paint back to white paint, and that will bring your picture back. This is called non-destructive editing, and it allows you to continually edit your image without actually destroying it. So now I'm going to go back to my black paint, mask out parts that I don't want. I'm going to go choose a different brush now. Let's go back to circles here. And keep on masking. And then to get into those really small places, just use a very small brush to get into those little nooks and crannies. The better your mask is, the nicer your photo montage will look, and the more convincing your image will look at the end of our project. So I'm going to go back down. I'm going to go all the way down to 1 pixel and get in these little spaces here, my little corners, just to get it as neat as I possibly can. Do the same thing right here in this little opening. All right, once you've done that, go ahead and save your image, mask out the rest of your pictures that you're going to put into your project. Make sure you save as you go, and then we're going to start to add some layer effects and some layer adjustments to each of these images so they blend in with your background image.